Hi everyone, as you can tell by the title of this video, what is it called? What is it called? What is it called? It is called suicide. So, I want to explain to you everything about it, give you a lot of information on it. Some things you may know and some things you may not. And some things just may be new to you. I will be talking about this because I do have some friends who have been going through this. I do have some friends who know other people have been going through this, and I think this is a wonderful and great topic to talk about because people just can't talk to anyone about it. So let's get into it. And like I said, if you have any questions about this, please go into the comment section. If you have not already, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified every day at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get started. Suicide. Suicide is when someone dies on purpose, a young person dying because of overwhelming hopelessness or frustration. To family, friends, and community, parents, siblings, classmates, coaches, and neighbors might be left wondering if they could have done something to prevent that person from turning to suicide. If you are worried about somebody you know or another child, take it seriously and talk to them right away. You also can turn to the resources that I'm about to tell you. And these resources will definitely be in the description down below. National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255 or text Connect to 741-1741. You also can contact them through their website. Trevor Lifeline for LGBTQ community is 1-866-488-7386 or text START to 678678. You can also contact them through their website as well. Those toll-free lines are staffed by people who are trained to help. The calls are confidential. If necessary, call 911 for immediate help. Note, in 2020, the FCC established 988 as the new nationwide three-digit phone number for Americans in crisis to contact with suicide prevention and mental health crisis counselors. So you can get a counselor. All phone services providers must direct 988 calls to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline by them calling. Why do people consider suicide? Learning more about what might lead a person to suicide may help prevent further tragedies. The reason behind suicide or attempting suicide can be complex. Although suicide is rare among children, the rate of suicides and suicide attempts increases generally during being by yourself. Suicide is the third leading cause of death for 15 to 24-year-olds. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), after accidents and homicides, it is also thought that many more attempts are made for every completed teen suicide. The risk of suicide increases generally when kids and teens have access to firearms at home, and nearly 60% of all suicides in the United States are rare and because of guns. That's why any gun in your home should be unloaded, locked, and kept out of the reach of children and teens, and you must have a license to carry. Overdose using over-the-counter prescription and non-prescription medication is also a very common risk for attempting and completing suicide. It is important to monitor carefully all medications in your home. Know that teens, adults, kids will trade different prescription medications at school and carry them or store them in their locker or backpack. Suicide rates differ between boys and girls, women and men. Girls, women think about and attempt suicide about twice as often as guys and boys, and tend to attempt suicide by overdosing on drugs or cutting themselves. Yet boys died by suicide about 4 times as often as girls, and experts think this is because they tend to use more lethal weapons. Which teens are at risk for suicide? And this is not just for teens, this is for like adults as well. It can be hard to remember how it felt to be a teen, caught in the gray area between childhood and adulthood. Sure, it is a time of tremendous possibility, but it is also can be a period of stress and worry. These procedures is to fit in society, to perform academically and to act responsibly. It is also time of sexual identification and relationships and need for independence that often conflicts with the results and expectations set by others. Young people with mental health problems such as anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, or insomnia are at higher risk for suicidal thoughts. Teens going through major life changes, parents divorcing, moving, a parent leaving home due to military service or parental separation, financial changes, and those who are bullied are at greater risk of suicidal thoughts. Things that increase the risk of a suicidal among teens include a physiological disorder, especially depression, bipolar, or disorder, and alcohol and drug use. In fact, about 95% of people who die by suicide with a physiological disorder at the time of death. Feelings of distress, irritability, or anxiousness, feeling of hopelessness and worthlessness that often come with depression, a previous suicide attempt, a family history of depression or suicide, emotional, physical, or sexual abuse, lack of a support network, poor relationship with parents or peers as feelings of social isolation, struggling with their gender identity and or sexuality in an unsupportive family or community. Now, that right there is big because a lot of people, and you could be in the LGBT community, you can be in the LGBT community, or you can be like just a regular person. But especially with people in the LGBT community, like they have like the hardest time because when they come out to their parents, that right there sometimes makes them suicidal. When they come out to their friends or whoever the case may be, it sometimes makes them suicidal because they're like, oh my God, this person's bisexual, gay, transgender, or whatever the case may be. And that right there sometimes makes them feel like, oh my God, like I can't deal with this anymore. I'm getting bullied every day because I'm gay, bisexual, straight, or lesbian, whatever the case may be. And I can't do this anymore. And they, hurt themselves. Or even just a regular person just being bullied every day. They can't take it anymore, so they want to like end their life. Or, stuff going on at home. So that's why it takes just a moment to talk to your friend or your siblings or your parents to like see what's going on so you can understand and try to help them before it's too late or before it even comes across their mind. What are the warning signs of suicide. Suicide among teens often happens after a stressful life event such as problems at school, a breakup with a boyfriend or girlfriend, the death of a loved one, a divorce, or major family conflict. People who are thinking about suicide might talk about suicide or death in general, give hints that they might not be around anymore, talk about feeling hopeless or feeling guilty, pull away from family, friends, write songs, poems, or letters about death, separation, and loss, start giving away treasured possessions to siblings or friends, lose the desire to take part in favorite things or activities, have trouble concentrating or thinking clearly, have changes in eating or sleeping and habits, engage in risk taking behaviors, lose interest in school and sports. What can parents do to, what can parents do? Many teens, many people who die by or attempt suicide have given some type of warning to loved ones ahead of time. So it's important for parents to know the warning signs so teens who might be suicidal can get the help they need. Even though it's not always preventative, it's always a good idea to be informed and take action to help a terrible teen. Some adults feel that kids who say they are going to hurt or kill themselves are just doing it for attention. It's important to realize that if teens are ignored when seeking attention, it may increase the chance of them harming themselves. Getting attention in the form of ER visits, doctor's appointments, and residential treatment generally is not something teens want unless they seriously they're like really depressed and thinking about suicide or at least wishing they were dead. It's important to see warning signs as serious, not as attention seeking to be ignored. I'm giving y'all like so much information that like I want y'all to like sit here and actually like take in, write down some stuff, like because I'm trying to like help you guys because like this happens all the time, and if you don't know the right stuff to help, you just I don't know what to say. But if you're somebody who is looking to harm themselves or hurt themselves in any way, there is a link that will be down in the description that you can call or a website you can go to get further help if this video has not helped you already. So I hope if that's you, please watch this video and please listen because this video is really here to help. Watch and listen. Keep close eyes on a teen who is depressed and withdrawn. Understanding depression in teens is very important because it can look different from commonly held beliefs. And about depression. For example, it may take the form of problems with friends, grades, sleep, or being cranky and irritable rather than chronic sadness or crying. Try to keep the lines of communication open and express your concern, support, and love. If your teen confides in you, show that you take these concerns seriously. A fight with a friend might not seem like a big deal to you, but for a teen, it can feel horrible, consuming. Don't minimize or ignore what your teen is going through, as this can increase their sense of hopelessness. If your teen doesn't feel comfortable talking with you, suggest a more neutral person, such as another relative or colleague, or a member or a coach, a school counselor, or your child's doctor. Ask questions. Some parents are reluctant to ask teens if they have been thinking about suicide or hurting themselves. Some fear that By asking, they will plant the idea of suicide in their teen's head. It's always a good idea to ask, even though it can be hard. Sometimes it helps to explain why you're asking. For instance, you might say, I've noticed that you've been talking a lot about wanting to be dead. Have you been having thoughts about trying to kill yourself? How can we help? If you learn that your child is thinking about suicide, get help right away. Your doctor can refer you to a physiologist or a therapist or a doctor. For your local hospital departments, they can give you a list of doctors in your area. Your local mental health association or county medical place can also provide references in an emergency call. Call 1-800-273-8255. If your teen is in a crisis situation, your local emergency room can do an evaluation and refer you to the right resources. If you're unsure about whether you should bring your child to the emergency room, call your doctor. If you scheduled a visit with a mental health professional, keep the appointment, even if your teen says they're feeling better or won't go. Suicidal thoughts do tend to come and go, but your teen needs to help and develop the skills needed to keep suicidal thoughts and behaviors under control during a crisis. If your teen won't go to the visit, tell the mental health professional by going to the session and working with the clinician yourself. You'll maintain access to help your child's needs. The doctor also can discuss ways that might help your teen agree to help. Remember, the conflicts between a parent and a child can make things worse. For teens who feel isolated, misunderstood, suicidal, get help for family problems and resolve them in a healthy way. Tell the mental health professional if your family has a history of depression, substance abuse, or domestic violence. Talk about any other stress at home, such as an ongoing environment of criticism. Yes. So, yes. Like, if, and I say yes because I'm like, this right here, what I'm saying, can really, really help somebody going through suicidal thoughts or thinking of taking their life, or somebody trying to help someone in that state of mind. So I really hope that you're taking notes or you're actually paying attention, because I really want this video to help, because I have friends myself who are going through this. So that's another reason why I was inspired to make this video. So let's move on. If you've lost a child to suicide, for parents, the death of a child is the most painful loss imaginable. For parents who have lost a child to suicide, the pain and grief can be intensified. These feelings may never completely go away, but survivors of suicide can take steps to begin the healing process. Keep contact with others. Suicide can be isolating for surviving parents, members, because friends often don't know what to say or how to help. Find supportive people to talk with about your child and your feelings. If those around you seem uncomfortable about reaching out, start the conversation and ask for their help. Remember that your other family members are grieving too, and that everyone expresses grief in their own way. Your other children in particular may try to deal with their pain alone, so as not to burden you. Be there for each other. The tears, anger, and silence, and if necessary, get help and support together. So, what I would say to that would be, and I'm speaking from the heart, like, what I would say to that would be, if you had somebody in your family who was, going through suicidal thoughts and ended their life, my prayers go out to you and your family. I am really, 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 really sorry for your loss, and sorry how they lost. But I would say for you, your children, your family, your siblings, to go to a counselor, a therapist, so you guys can talk about the grief you've lost with your loved one who committed suicide instead of trying to deal with it yourself at home. Because I feel like if you try to deal with it yourself at home, you'll end up going crazy and then you may end up taking your life as well. So to prevent that, I would say seek type of counseling. Expect the anniversaries, birthdays, and holidays to be hard. Important days and holidays often reawaken a sense of loss and anxiety. On these days, do what's best for your emotional needs, whether that means surrounding yourself with family, friends, planning a quiet day of relaxation, understanding that it's normal to feel guilty and to understand how this could have happened. But it's also important to realize that you might never get the answers you seek. The healing that takes place over time comes from reaching a point of forgiveness for both your child and yourself. Counseling and support groups can play a huge role in helping you realize you are not alone. Sometimes family members become part of the suicide prevention network that helps parents, teenagers, and schools learn how to help prevent further tragedies. Helping teens cope with loss. What should you do if someone your teen knows has attempted or died by suicide? First, acknowledge your child's many emotions. Some teens say that they feel guilty, especially those who felt they could have and have done something for their friend so that they could have got better and not taken their life. Others say they feel angry with the person who committed or attempted suicide for having done something selfish. Still, others say they feel no strong emotions or don't know how to express how they feel. Resources reassure your child that there is no right or wrong way to feel. That it's okay to talk about it when they're ready. When someone attempts suicide and survives, people might be afraid of or unfortunately unforgettable. Talking with them about it. Tell your teen to resist the urge. This is a time when a person needs to feel connected to others. Many schools addresses a student's suicide by calling in special counselors to talk with the students and help them cope. If your teen is dealing with a friend or classmate's suicide, encouraging them to use resources or to talk to you or another trusted adult. So, I will repeat again so that you guys know. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255 or text CONNECT to 741-741. You can also contact them through their website. Trevor Lifeline for LGBTQ community, 1-866-488-7386 or text START to 678678. You can also contact them through their website. Also, if necessary, you can call 911. So, you can also call 911. So, I hope this video gave you, if you're the one that is thinking of killing themselves and suicide, I hope this video has helped you enough to not even try. If you want another video talking about this, please comment down below. I hope this video has helped you, and I hope you will seek counseling and maybe be put on medication, maybe not, if it's not, for you. But I hope and I pray that this video has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I will say the number again, just in case if you did not hear me the first 2 times. I will repeat the number one more time, and it will definitely be in the description down below. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255, or text CONNECT to 741-741. You can also contact them through their website, Trevor Lifeline for LGBTQ community, 1-866-488-7386, or text START to 678-678. You can also contact them through their website, or you can also call 911 if necessary. I hope and I pray that this video helps save somebody's life of trying to commit suicide. Additional information that I want to share with you guys. In the United States, suicide, the age-adjusted suicide rates is 13.98.1,000 individuals. The rate of suicide is the highest in middle-aged men. Men died by suicide 3.68 times more often than women. On an average, there are 130 suicides per day. So, if this video can just help one person not commit suicide, or one person that knows someone that is trying to commit suicide get the help they need, my work is done. I did my job, and I will be so grateful and so happy. Like I said, I'm definitely praying for everybody in the world who is looking at this video and is going through suicide. My heart goes out to you. My extended hand goes out to you. If you need any help, please contact me. If you need any help, please contact me. Feel free to contact me through email, through the comments, through wherever you want to contact me from, and I will definitely speak with you and try to help you and give you the guidance, the love, and the courage that you need to not try to commit suicide. I really do hope that this video connects with at least one person. And if it connects to 1,000 people, more than one person, I will be so happy, grateful, and blessed. I'm trying to stop the suicide rates. I know people in my life right now who are talking about, suicide and etc. So this video is also for them to come to and to try to get the help they need. So I hope this video gave you all the information and help that you needed. And if it has, please comment down below. I'm going to be making more videos like this to come. So if you have any video ideas, please let me know in the comments down below. This is a serious, true topic. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it because they don't want to believe or put it in the atmosphere. But me talking about it can help and save somebody's life, because if you don't talk about it, more and more people are gonna do it. And if you do talk about it, more and more people won't do it because you're getting the help they need and they know that somebody actually cares. So I hope and pray that the video has actually helped you. And if it has, please comment down below. If you have not already, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. Hit notification bell to get notified every day at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until further, bye, you guys. I hope and I pray this video has helped somebody and saved someone's life. My prayers go out to you and your families.